Why are you so frustrated today?
I'll tell you why. I've got a seller in Miami, and she's a referral from a previous client. And you know how we work previous client referrals. Whenever any of our clients call us and say, hey, we need you to help somebody, what do? We stop everything, we clear our desks, and we focus on that, and we put all our energy and attention into that because it's a referral. And not that we do anything different for anybody else, but when it's a previous client referral, it's even more special. So I take this listing 5 months ago that took 5 months to get. And it's a divorced older woman who's been in her house for many, many years. Okay, so you got to handle that differently than you have to handle a 28-year-old who just had his first child and wants a bigger house. There's a big difference for selling that guy's house versus selling this woman's house. And, you know, this ain't my first disco, so I know how to handle the different scenarios for the different sellers. So holding the hand, very calm, very reassuring, very, very almost like a child, almost like one of her children, helping her mother make some decisions that are probably difficult to make. I wouldn't have taken the listing if it wasn't for the fact that it's a referral, because I don't work that area, although it ain't brain surgery. And my estimate of value was, I think, 190,000, maybe a little less. And she didn't care for that. So it took 5 months for her to finally come around to the fact that her house wasn't worth 300,000 like she thought. 320 actually, like she thought. Finally she calls me and she says, okay, I want to list my house, but I want you to list my house at 259. Now that's $60,000 more than I wanted. But it's a previous client referral and I have to give it the old college try. So I do, I list it, getting showings, but not enough. So we reduce it. I want to get a $35,000 price reduction. I want to come down to 225 or something like that. Whatever the numbers are, it doesn't freaking matter. It was way overpriced. She gave me a $10,000 price reduction. And why even reduce it? It's the chicken price reduction. If you're not going to make a sizable, significant reduction on the list price of your home when it's not sold after a couple months in the market that we're in, then don't reduce it at all. You might as well raise the freaking price because it ain't going to happen. She gives me a $10,000 price reduction and we start to get some more showings and we get an offer. I wanted to list it at $199. We got an offer at $195. Nope, rejected. Get another offer. $195. Yep, rejected. Well, Miss Seller, I almost said her name. Miss Seller, they deserve a counteroffer. We should give them a counteroffer. We should respond somehow. They went to the trouble of writing an offer. We should respond. They're a cash buyer, so they deserve a counter. 225. 225, Jeff. That's what I want. Okay, I'm thinking, all right, I'm making some headway. At least she understands she's not going to get 259 or whatever she was at. So 225. Nope, buyer leaves. More advertising, more phone calls. Another offer, 195. Third offer, 195. Nope, 225, Jeff. So I get a counter offer, 225. No response, they're gone. More time goes by. Here comes another offer. How much?
195.
That's it, 195. I'm obligated to call. I call my seller. Once again, I almost gave her name. I call my seller and 225, Jeff. I said, ooh, God, I almost gave her name again. I said, Mrs. Seller, there's a lot more to this offer, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter the closing date, and it doesn't matter the contingencies, and it doesn't matter the repairs, and it doesn't matter anything. Because until we can meet on price, it doesn't matter. And we ain't going to meet on price. Because your house isn't worth 225. It struggles to be worth 190. And what happens?
What?
I run head on into a brand new real estate agent doing her first deal. And I counter her at 225. And the buyer accepts it. Cash. Okay. Great. A job well done, right? I should be the hero of the county. Seller hates me now. Why?
Why?
Because I did what she asked me to do and she didn't think I could do it. Now she realizes, oh shit, I gotta move. I think she was consciously giving me a figure she knew I could never get, and I got it. So now the house gets inspected. Cash buyer, willing to let the seller stay in the house a couple months after closing, because she only really needs the house for an address for her kid for school. Doesn't really need possession of the house right away. Take a couple, 3 weeks after closing and move out. It's okay. No charge. So the house gets inspected. And it doesn't inspect very well. Did you know that in Miami, in the subdivision of Sky Lake, it's frowned upon to drain your washing machine into the lake? Did you know that?
No.
It's frowned upon. Don't get caught doing it. Well, my seller does that. Seller put a new roof on 5 or 6 years ago. Told me all about her new roof. Only one problem. They installed the new roof right over the old rotten plywood. $60,000 inspection, $58,000 inspection report comes to me from the seller's agent, buyer's agent. Jeff, $58,000. We've got a problem. Okay, we've got a problem. $58,000. What are we going to do? Buyer is willing to accept a credit of $15,000, and she'll still take the house. That's all she wants. Give her $15,000 off, so now $210,000, and we'll do this. It's a great deal for my seller. My seller has a ton of equity. She can afford to do it. She's got plenty of equity. It's not like doing it's going to cost her money out of her pocket. But she says no. She makes me talk to her second ex-husband, who's an attorney. The second ex-husband tells me he wants a $15,000 escrow account established at closing, from which the buyer can draw those funds to make any and all repairs per the inspection report. Okay, it's a little different than the way we do things here, but it's actually not a bad idea. It forces the buyer to use the monies to make repairs instead of just taking a $15,000 reduction, which is what they thought they were going to do anyway. And they're just going to take the money and run. So, okay, we get that all written up. And this morning I call my seller to say, hey, I'm going to be in the area. I want to come by and pick up that addendum that establishes the escrow account for $15,000 for the buyer to use to make the repairs at her discretion. And my seller says to me, and by the way, we're supposed to close in 6 days. The buyer says to me, I'm not signing this, and I'm not signing anything. I'm going to get this looked at again. To which I explain, Mrs. Seller, you can't keep just stopping things and changing things and saying no to things when you've got a fully executed contract. You can't just do that. You can't do that. She hung up on me. And I'm done. I got her more than her house is worth, more than her house should sell for. I'm not the one responsible for the roof. I'm not the one responsible for the electric. I'm not the one responsible for the pool that's sinking and cracking. I'm not the one who ran the drain line for the washing machine out to the lake. I'm not the one who installed the windows without permits. I'm not the one who installed the doors without permits. I'm not the one with code violations for the extra building built in the backyard. I'm not the one who didn't install a fence as per the permit. I'm not the one who's got the easement problem. But I'm the one who has to put up with this insanity of someone who is just simply refusing to allow me to do my job. And I'm not going to call her, and I'm not going to make her do anything or ask her to do anything. I'm going to let her default on her contract. Because she won't listen to me, she won't listen to reason, I'm the bad guy. She talks to everybody else in the transaction, never includes me in anything because I'm the bad guy. Because I'm the guy, I'm the mean man that's putting her out of her house. That's why I'm frustrated today.
Sounds complicated.
Welcome to my life. That's a normal day. Everybody thinks this is glamour and easy. You got people who are trying to make big decisions about the biggest asset in their life, and they are afraid to, or they're unwilling to, or unable to. They don't trust that we have their best interest in mind. Do I care one bit about the commission? Do I really care one bit about it? No. If it closes, it closes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm still going to go home and have dinner, and I'm still going to go home and drive my new car, and I'm still going to do everything I do. I don't need the damn commission. But they don't believe that.
They don't trust us.
They don't trust us. I don't think they don't trust us. They don't want to trust us. Because ultimately all we are is salespeople. And nobody trusts salespeople. So our job is to make them trust us. To make them see that they can trust us, not make them trust us. To make them see that they can trust us. To make them see that we have their best interest in mind. Because after all, the hope is you sell the house in Miami that drains the washing machine into the lake, and you get the referral of a friend who's maybe running the dryer off the neighbor's electric. We work for referrals. So I don't look at one transaction as one transaction. I look at one transaction like it's the root of a tree, and it goes in many directions. Unfortunately, I think this tree's getting chopped off, and I don't believe I can fix it.